coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Houston Texans. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense for the Texans, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on third down to keep the drive going. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. They go play action now. Lawrence. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he finds a man on the crossing route. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. Now Lawrence. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Three and a half to go, first quarter.
Check 52. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. No street. Motion.
They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. The Texans at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Another run now for Nwangu. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing Jones. Hard throw, incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll field this at the 5. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They go play action with Lawrence. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On play action, Lawrence dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Bucs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. Touchdown.
Jalen Waddle,
His 9th touchdown of the season.
and the Texans are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Treston Ebner
From 13 yards out.
And the Bucs have taken the lead. Well, CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
They'll go right back to Nwangu.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Let's go, defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. He's going to have the first down and more than that.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st and 10, Jones.
He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
With the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Buying time to his left. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 49 yards.
And the Buccaneers go up by 2 touchdowns.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Pulls it in at the 13. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bucs will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. McLaughlin for the extra point. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
On 1st down, Jones.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17.
Back to throw. Jones. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air.
Touchdown! Gerald Everett as the first half is winding down. And the Buccaneers will extend their lead here just before halftime. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. A little juke. Room here to run. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kene Nwangu in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21 and able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Carl Carlton Davis picks it. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Now Lawrence. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll get it inside the 20, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bucs take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
42. Texans 14. Chase McLaughlin.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Didn't take long, one play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Check 3. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Check the heartbeat. Out, 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 out. Kill, kill. Hurt, hurt.
They'll try again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. They'll look to run with Nwangu, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Kene Nwangu, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, and the Texans get a bit closer. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
Come on, set, hands over. Let's go. Big series right here. We got to step it up. 6-6.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 40 now on 2nd down, Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Lawrence. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Up the middle, Nwangu. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made here at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Nwangu going to get it on the counter. And some room to run now. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 190 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Touchdown, Texans! Jalen Waddle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he returns this to the 22. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot right now, okay? Get back to what was working for them earlier. Understand that they still have a 2-score lead, so it's not dire, but at the same time, okay, guys, let's mash the gas. Let's get going again. Let's have some fun.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Lawrence on 3rd down. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A big-time return there, 40 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jones. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Handoff here to Nwangu. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Give left side here for Nwangu. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Bucs force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, the field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. They find some open field here. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Slot man moves right. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Let's get it. 51 the mark, 51. Come on.
Now Lawrence to throw. Being chased out left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he's going to pick up a 1st down here as that clock continues to run. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to Nwangu again on 1st down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
The extra point here is good, but the late touchdown can only draw the score a bit closer as this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.